I mean, it is pretty small. But yeah, I don't know, it's not like the tiniest thing in the world, I guess, but it's not very big, but I still thought it would be a fun video to make. And if you have any requests for any videos, please leave them down below so I can get to them, or message me on Instagram, or leave a comment on Instagram. My ASMR Instagram is in my description. So yeah. Let's just get haven't used it in a while, but I haven't really done makeup in a while. But you know, COVID, so I'm not going anywhere. But I guess I could just do it while I'm at home. But I'm just somebody that's like, oh, I'm wasting it. But I mean, I'm really not. Anyways, this is my favorite color. This is my favorite palette because it has the light, like neutral shades, but it also has that. I am just having a difficult time talking. It has these warm neutral shades, but also these warm, just beautiful shades. And I love them, honestly. Like, love them. Like, look at these two. Like, those are beautiful colors. And I'm just somebody that likes those colors. I love burgundy. Okay, sorry about that. My sister was using the bathroom, and the bathroom is literally right there. And so it's so quiet, you can literally hear it, and clearly we don't want that. But anyways, I love burgundy shades, mauve shades, maroon. Like, I love those shades, so makes sense why I love those. This palette is very pigmented, very blendable, and just beautiful. I just love this, and I feel like it's just, I don't wear eyeshadow typically unless it's for a reason. I mean, sometimes I do just do it, but even then it's just a light, you know, brown in the crease or something. Like, it's not much. I feel like this is really glowing today for some reason. Maybe that's just me. Sorry, got distracted. But yeah, I typically wear eyeshadows for like Christmases or holidays, like just things like that. So I just think this just makes sense for the holidays. I would wear makeup for, and I definitely wear way more makeup in the winter typically than summer. So, and these shades just go with winter, you know, and fall. So yeah, I love them. You can get really bold looks, but you can get also really natural looks, and I love that. So, and you have like basically everything in one palette. I mean, I am so pale that I would like, this isn't white, this is like pinky tan. And I just, you know, I'm like white, so I need like a real white shade. But you know, that's okay. Not every shade is, not every palette's gonna have a white shade, and that's okay. Alright, next palette. Oh, I got some. Oh, I'm pretty sure this one is really broken. But it's the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I'm pretty sure this is the first palette I ever bought for myself. Besides like little ones from like L'Oreal or something. I love, it's so pretty. I feel like I should probably get rid of it because, as I said, use those mirrors, and I mean never. What happened there? Okay, well, this one really smells like real good. This one, again, I used a couple shades of this a lot. I felt like this is a great neutral palette, but at the same time, there's only a few shadows I used, and all the rest. I've used multiple of these, but they just weren't. Oh, I have upside down, but they just weren't great, you know. So yeah, the colors that I used were salted caramel, milk chocolate, and semi-sweet. Really, the most. So that's this one. Salted caramel, semi-sweet, and milk chocolate. I loved this shade and this shade, like those two. I don't know, especially this one. I just loved the shade of it for my eyes and my skin tone. It just worked. It wasn't too warm, and it wasn't like too dark. Like it was like a natural color, which I loved. So yeah, I feel like I'm definitely gonna have to throw this away, but I don't want to. It was my first palette. My sister bought it, and I used to be really, really into makeup. I'm not as much anymore, but yeah, it smells really good. Okay, as close as it's gonna get. Okay, so next, this is actually my most recent palette, and this is the e.l.f. 18 Hit Wonders palette. I guess. I don't know what else it's called. 18 Hit Wonders palette, I guess. In the back it comes with like a looks to try thing, and it shows you like electric shock, bright and bold. So it's one, so put solar there, and then put the shade summer there, and then the shade electric there. Yeah, that's cool. A couple of mine came with things like this, but yeah, this is the palette. I have only used this like a handful of times, maybe only once, and I got it again. As I said, I used to have a non-ASMR channel, and that's what I got this for. I wanted to do a bold look, a look that I didn't normally do, and so I got this. I wanted to do a like yellow look, and I did, and that's why I bought this for solar. So I haven't used every shade, so I can't speak for the whole palette, but for the shadows I did use, which it seems to be only these three, which are peachy, solar, and summer. I liked them. I thought they blended decently well. I thought they had good pigment. Like, I was impressed, especially because it's e.l.f. and like not that much money, and these are bold, bright colors, and I still thought they were really good, and I think worth it, honestly. This kind of makes me want to get back into this stuff again. I don't know, haven't been as interested, but I think I'm gonna try to get back into it, because look at this shade. I don't know if you can see it in this, but especially with mostly stuck to the matte shades in here for natural looks. And I did dip into this. These are just too dark for me. But this one I did use a few times. I think I might have used this one before, like in the summer, or maybe as eyeshadow or something. I never used these two. Maybe I did. It doesn't look like it did, but I feel like I did for some reason. This palette, oh my gosh. This palette is in the way, and then it's pushing my stuff over. Okay, better. Anyways, back to this palette. I liked this palette, used it a lot, loved the neutral shades. The thing that kind of disappointed me was, so these shades look like pinky, mauvey, purpley shades, and that's what I wanted them to be, but they came out more like brown shades to me, which kind of bummed me out because I remember really wanting these shades. Again, I love these type colors, they're beautiful to me, but you know, they didn't work out in this palette. But it's still a really good palette. I still loved it. Neutral, good neutral, and yeah, probably good for like a trip, so that you just have eyeshadows and your highlighter in one, if you can use the highlighters. Okay, now here, this is my last one, and this is Morphe. This was the one and only Morphe eyeshadow palette I ever bought, or anything from Morphe I ever bought. I'm gonna have to M-O-R-P-H, whoa, E, Morphe. This is the most recent palette I bought. Oh, this is the Second Nature 3502 palette, by the way. This is the last palette I've ever bought, and it really didn't go to good use, which kind of bums me out, but I don't know, stopped being into makeup as much. So here is the palette with the plastic with the names on it. I'll take that off. Here is the palette. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. I really just love fall shades. I feel like fall shades, what you think that includes is something I'd probably enjoy. Does that make sense? I feel like that sentence didn't make sense. I filmed these late at night, so but yeah, so this comes with, well, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 35 shades. They're mostly matte, but there are a few, more than a few shimmers. I've used a couple shades. this was not as blendable as I was expecting.